Time for Game Wolf Plays Wolfenstein 3D. And since I'm such an inglorious bastard, that means I'm going to take out some Nazis. You can see why I'd probably have to age restrict this, because can't really monetize World War II stuff for obvious reasons. Also, sorry German viewers for obvious reasons. Although that's kind of like Christians getting upset at Doom because I shoot demons. Anyway, yeah, before there was ratings, before Mortal Kombat, we just kind of made our own rating system, you know? This game has elements of previous things, but this is the first one that really codified the first-person shooter, as it were. I would say that would be more like Catacomb 3D, but you wouldn't really call that a shooter, would you? Or like Ultimate Underworld. So you're going to do episode 1, the share episode. Everyone can try out this episode for free. So start this here. This is going to be a very maze-like game, and that means I'm consolidating a map for this entire walkthrough. Not while commentating, because I don't need to do that, but, you know, yeah, you just shoot them with your gun. It's a pistol right now. You also have the knife. You press 1 to use your knife, 2 is your pistol, and there's 2 other guns. And all the guns use the same ammo, except the knife, because the knife isn't bullets. It's melee. There's nothing in there. There could be a lot of dead rooms. You may know this map layout exactly if you've played Doom 2's secret levels. The other one being the boss level of this episode. We'll get there. His first enemy is, I guess, for short, I'm just going to call him the brown shirt. I mean, you could say officer guard, but that's too generic, and I want to be able to distinguish them from the other baddies. So brown shirt. And the dogs, they're German shepherds. They only do melee damage, so all you have to do is to just not get next to them. Hell, if your timing is good, you can just melee them with your knife. Hell, technically you can melee anything, just as long as they don't notice you. This game kind of started out as a proper tribute to, like, the Wolfenstein games on Apple or something. And those were more stealth games, so to speak. So, like, to borrow from that, if you're up behind an enemy and they can't hear you, and you stab them from behind, you'll do a shit ton of damage. So, multipliers for hitting things have to do with how close you are to them and if you're behind them or not. The same goes for you. Don't let anyone shoot behind you or too close. Use your ears to determine where things are. There's also push walls in this game. Push walls are when you push on the wall and it starts going back a distance. I had to make sure the setting cycles are just right so that the push walls will go back a certain distance, like 2 space instead of 3, because of a certain numerical value, specifically 256, where there's like a less than, as opposed to less than equal thing, causing an off by 1 error to give it a potentiality to have 3 spaces depending on where it is. So I've erased that possibility entirely. Yeah, there was a lot of testing I had to do. But really, you know, don't overcomplicate it. Try to make the game run as it would on an older computer, in this case, a 386. I'd do my best. Now I have the little rifle thing, which is a little faster than the pistol. I'm going to be using this gun the most. It's going to be my bread and butter. However, the pistol is not worthless. Like, I'll use the pistol to shoot off dogs or do a bit of sniping if I know the enemy can't get close. But really, since I have this gun, I don't need anything else, so to speak, except for the last gun, which is good in case situations. Mostly clusterfucks. Yeah, the Adolf Hitler, you have to push it aside. Also, the texture is pretty much the same on all sides of a cube. This game is all about cubes. And, also, I won't be running as much unless I'm trying to know I can save time, because there's no platforming, so I don't actually need to move too fast. I just aim my gun and go. I also used a setting that turns off. I had to modify it with this other thing, where it's just I turn off the look spring, where if you move your mouse up, your character moves up. I felt that was unnecessary, so I turned it off. But that's something that doesn't matter in this game as much as it would in Doom. I turned it off anyway, though. Be mindful of all the various textures as samey as they look, because they can give you hints as to where you need to go sometimes. Also the various objects, like that light, I guess. Not really an object, but it's a decoration. I don't know why these barrels are light green. That seems strange. I know there's other barrels in this game that aren't, I believe. They're just ordinary-ass barrels, so I don't know what's off these green ones. Let's go to the exit, shall we? Just kidding! We're going to the secret exit, which is in the first level. You have to push this wall. Then you have to push this wall. And then finally, you have to push... Well, wait, no. There is a wall, though. And we can grab a 1-up. A 1-up does not just give you an extra life, because, well, if you die, you're just going to lose everything, so this playthrough is not going to include deaths. But it also restores all your health and gives you some ammo. So there's actually a reason to get 1-ups besides just stacking them. But yeah, 1-ups are kind of unnecessary, considering I can save. So I'll pretty much rely on them for when I need healing. Usually. Or if you're trying to go for just a treasure score, you know, if you're a points collector. My goal for this playthrough is to do 100% kills on everything, since it's the only 100% I'd be able to do for the whole game. Yes, there's some certain walls that you might not be able to ever access, as well as treasures you can't access for at least one level. So this will just be 100% kill runs. Ironically, a genocide run. Yes. Alright.